welcome back, everybody. We have returned from one of our horrendously long, horribly tormentous breaks, and I'm glad that everyone was able to endure it and still be here with us.
Government mandated.
Can we say that if it's not true?
No, it's not.
Evidently not. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for joining us tonight instead of being out on the internet playing Squadrons with your friends. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're also going to answer Ben's question, which was...
Right off the hop, if you want to throw that picture up there, Joe. The question was what our thoughts were of the international exclusive bug out, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking for it. I found it.
And yeah, so what are your guys' opinion on it?
I should be a dick and say go back and look at their other reviews of a bug out to get an idea, but that's just
Pretty
the
much.
asshole in me. So...
Hey, no, it's the asshole in me too. You should be watching our videos, damn it! But
we didn't do this one in particular though, so
No.
yeah, we'll give it to him.
Yeah, my main thing is for me is going to be down to my hands as per usual. Bug outs are just too small for me.
And ultimately, I will say I do like the bug out platform. I haven't found the bug out quite for me yet, but I'm sure that there's going to be one in my future. Ben actually said touche in chat, just for the record. So
glad you got a sense of humor at least. Otherwise,
Yeah.
that would have come across as being very, very mean. I'll say, if you care for a score, I gave the bug outs well, okay, that's not entirely fair. That's the wrong score sheet. I'm looking at the G10 score sheet with the limited edition. I was like, hey, I'm going to be cool. I'm going to have a correct score here. Nah.
I think it actually finally happened.
Good talk, bro. Good talk.
Yeah.
Did you actually spit a bit there, Paul?
nope, it just
You
drew.
kept it in. Fair enough. No,
Too bad.
still don't actually have a spit take yet. Getting so close.
I think
That's awesome.
regardless, I think I gave the bug out about an 80, so like a B-ish. It's a good knife. I mean, if you like lightweight folders, you don't need the handle to be stupid strong. You're gonna like it. I will say the red is nice. As somebody who owns entirely too many folders with black handles, anytime I get the option for color, I heavily consider it. Just because
I like the fact that they didn't charge more for the red limited edition than they did really for like a Ranger Green.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice.
They were like, you know what? There's not much of a premium. It's still S30, so you're not getting much of a steel upgrade. You're just getting a slightly rarer version. So if you like the color contrast, yeah, that's super cool, right? So
yeah.
Apparently, it's not the knife for Zinx. He does not like red.
That's fair.
Justin is asking in chat why the red bug out is not an 8-1801 code. If I'm not mistaken, I'm assuming that's the red battle washed version that came out a while ago. That was a kind of a sprint run.
I believe so. Yes. The first two numbers are the year it came out in.
Exactly.
So if it's 2017 model, it'll be a 17 something something. And all of the ones this year are a 20 something something, which is weird because 2001 sounds like it should come from 2001. But that's not the case with Benchmade's coding. So
Indeed. Yeah. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. I was gonna say that is what I was gonna say.
I don't imagine that
Yes.
this is...
good stuff. Way to fill the void.
Yeah. Let me try and salvage that. I don't imagine that that this is something that's going to increase in value a whole lot. As much as Benchmade likes to push their limited editions for things, maybe way down the line, it's like, hey, if you wanted a red bug out, maybe, but they also have the customizer available, and I'm pretty sure you can get this out of the customizer. So
Yeah,
Yes,
you could make
yeah,
one of
very
these
easily.
pretty much if you wanted to.
If you're American, because if you're Canadian,
Yes, true story. True story.
On that note, I guess we'll go on to the next thing. The picture, Joe, of that weird cleaver. We spoke a couple weeks ago about having a knife with serrations right in the middle, and we were joking around about how silly that would be and who would ever make a knife like that. And the answer to that question is Miracle Blade 3.
bet.
with
You bet they
They
do.
are monsters.
with beautiful,
Yes.
immaculate stainless steel.
As you can see, fully serrated right through the belly of the knife, where you're going to be rocking to chop. No, you're not. You're going to have to slide that knife because it's not going to cut otherwise. I mean, it'll cut, but it's not going to cut all the way through whatever you're cutting.
It's pretty horrific, isn't it?
Yeah. And also, I thought that the ball was to do a pinch grip on it. Like, what the hell kind of grip is he doing there?
I don't think that person's ever held a knife in their life.
Nigel, they're
Doing
using
it
the
wrong.
patented AccuGrip, and they're utilizing the patented AccuGrip control ball in order to utilize the patented AccuGrip.
Yeah, but I thought it was utilized in a pinch grip on the ball.
No,
not,
If we,
like,
Nigel,
if the
Nigel,
commercials
you're
from the
using
1990s.
you're using logic.
No. If you've watched an infomercial at 2 a.m. in the 90s, these came up. It was a pinch grip. Like, that was what they, in the commercials, it was. 100%.
And yet,
Yes.
you get this weird finger hook thing going on.
This man has never held a knife in his life. He may have woken up from a coma today. He's never actually been alive. Yeah, that's right. Not alive. If you're in a coma, you're not alive. Apparently.
I wasn't gonna address it. I was just gonna let that one
I
go.
had to. And, I mean,
See, I'm pretty sure this cleaver is for when you decide to take the bone of whatever meat you happen to be cooking and you want to bake some bread around that bone. And after you do, you're like, what am I ever going to use that is going to solve both my bread and my bone problems? There you have it, folks.
Bone problems.
it's a quick aside back to our previous point, but Zinks just said in chat, if he's going to buy a red bug out, he wants some of that money to go to firefighters. And that's definitely something that I can get behind. 100%.
If they do like a firefighters version, it better have like brass for the thumb studs and the barrel spacers.
Fucking writes it better.
Yes.
It's got a Canadian flag on it. Does it have a Canadian flag on it?
On the Miracle?
Oh, on the... No, that can't be a thing. Anyways, let's go on to our knife fights.
Certainly. For our first round, we bring you Lynn Thompson versus Cedric. Both armed with tomahawk stakes.
So, I was trying to come up with a weapon this week, and I thought, what would Lim Thompson use? And I've seen him swing an axe to great effect. So I was like, I want him to have some kind of axe. But then there's Cedric. He's a dog. And so I figured I could entice him with a big chunk of meat.
Mm-hmm.
Thus became the tomahawk steak. I'm going to apologize to PETA right now. Lynn Thompson prevailed. He beat Cedric to death with a 2-pound piece of meat.
On a bone.
Yeah.
He's using the bone.
I picture the steak frozen, and then after he's done with the dog, he cooks it on the barbecue.
The dog or the meat?
Yes.
Oh.
Aren't they one and the same, Joe?
At that point, yes.
I should say, though, percentage-wise, Lynn got 59% of the vote, so it was a pretty close vote.
There's
it was
some dog
20
lovers out there, you know.
Oh, exactly, right? It was 24 votes to 17. A couple people of note that voted. in Lynn's favor. Let's start there. Zinx, EDC, Once Upon a USN, Mr. Fisk. Who else here? Hoosier Knife Nut, Mission Mitch, Kiefer, Chef Kalari. Also, oh, sorry, these guys are for Cedric. I got it wrong. Kiefer,
So
Chef
none
Kalari.
of that. None of that really matters then, right?
Just
for
the second part. Chef Kalari, Kiefer, Mission Mitch, Hoosier Knife Nut, all voted for Cedric.
Nice. Go dog go.
Which, to be fair, I feel like if Lynn didn't have the 36 knives he had on him, a dog might kill him.
Mhm.
Probably. Let's be honest. But
If it was over an extra tomahawk steak, maybe. Like, there's some motivation there to fucking go dog go.
we had the conversation a while ago. The dog is a golden retriever.
Yeah.
Good luck getting a golden retriever to try and kill something. Like,
No, man, they can actually be really vicious.
I was gonna say I had one living next to me for many years who was a complete piece of work.
really?
Yeah, as far as like random bites and stuff, golden retrievers are pretty high up in the statistics for it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're always such sweet dogs in my experience.
It's funny within just this very quick side note, but in the same house where that very mean, evil dog lived, the following what was it? They were only there for 2 years, and then another family moved in with 2 golden retrievers who were sweet as pie, like just sweet animals, just loved being around kids and playing. So I mean, yes, there's both types out there, but yeah, they can be pretty vicious. Any dog can be, really, but
Of course. Shitty people raise shitty dogs, right?
Yeah.
Well, I could tell you
And
some
as we were
stories
talking-
about my old neighbor.
And as we were talking about it there, it probably like popped into my head probably why they're high up on the statistics for potential bites and stuff like that is the fact that people have the preconceived notion that they are the sweetheart animal
Friendly.
like that and maybe push it a little too far.
That could
Yeah,
be
that's
part of
probably
it.
true.
Yeah.
Especially with kids, kids don't know when to stop when it comes to animals.
Mhm.
Indeed.
And apparently
Yeah.
Lynn Thompson didn't know where to stop either because he won that fight.
He's already dead.
Just in the background, just sobbing silently.
But look how cleanly this cuts.
It doesn't.
It's fully serrated.
Oh, and now I'm sad.
A fully serrated tomahawk steak.
Just the bone. Just the bone.
Oh, by the way, the movie Bone
I'm gonna put that
Tomahawk,
on a t-shirt.
terrifying. Fantastic movie.
Come on.
Just putting it out there.
Fair enough.
It's got Kurt Russell.
What was that?
Oh,
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell's in Bone Tomahawk.
Uncomfortable.
You don't like Kurt Russell? Am I gonna have to spend the rest of the stream giving you shit for not liking Kurt Russell? Because
Joe thinks he's dreamy.
Yes. Apparently, I have a thing for older men because David Bowie, while he was alive, was
We're gonna put that on a t-shirt too.
Pretty sure Joe is a Swayze fan. You know.
Patrick Swayze. Nah.
Come on, Roadhouse. He's so dreamy.
No.
That movie might have one of the best lines of all time in it. I'm not going to tell you which one. You're going to have to guess at a later point.
I don't think I've
That'll
ever
be a survey for next week.
I don't know if I've ever seen Roadhouse.
Watch it.
All right. All right.
All right.
On with the fights then?
Yeah, I think so.
I was going to say, on that note,
Yep.
next fight.
For our next fight, we bring you Les Stroud versus Kit Ray, armed with Medusa daggers.
So Les Stroud won with a commanding victory of 77% to 23%.
Wow.
He got 24 votes to 7. So
Shit got real this
Yeah.
week. That's what that means. Like,
Les Stroud might be the dark horse of this tournament.
Jesus.
up until this point, it's been like kind of close, and both of Kit Ray, Les Stroud, they've been creeping through. But I think this came down to like, okay, I don't want to die type of thing.
Yeah.
Medusa Dagger is outside of Les Stroud's world, but I mean,
It's a Chris dagger. I
Oh.
mean, how effective of a...
Tell me there's not a dozen of those around the world lost in the forest. Guaranteed. Some goth kid lost it somewhere.
From people
Went on a
take-
photo
yeah.
shoot.
Yeah, some Nordic metal album covers in someone's basement. They only made 12 copies because that's what they could afford to get at the printers.
I'm super proud of the fact that I actually found an old Kit Ray poster of this knife for this image that's up right now. So it's got like a close-up of the pommel as well as the full Chris blade.
As far as an art piece goes, it's not a bad looking piece, but man,
your nerd is showing there, Joe.
yeah, a little bit. It's kind of hanging out there.
I just have to question one thing though, because on the poster thing that's up, it says it's the Nasek, the serpent dagger.
Huh. I probably should have read that before I sent that to Dan.
So, hey, Paul, what the fuck is the Medusa dagger?
I
How
thought
low are we on the YouTube viewer thing now? Jesus
For
Christ.
the record, in my defense, I typed in Medusa dagger. This is the only knife that came up.
Okay, well, I type in
Okay.
Kit Ray Medusa dagger, and I get a totally different dagger, like, immediately, so... Just put...
It's still a Chris dagger.
Oh, dude, it totally is. But it's a totally different knife.
Yeah, like it's got like the handle is actually Medusa's bust on it.
Yeah. No. That was the one that I tried to download. I don't know what happened, to be honest with you.
Okay, so the one that you got was the serpent dagger, which, to your credit, did have snakes. It was a Chris dagger. But the Medusa, it also has snakes, but it's the bust of a very creepy-looking snake lady.
But you just had it up on the screen.
Medusa.
Well, okay, so
Okay,
right
right.
now,
Yeah,
right now
That
on the
was the knife
screen.
that I was trying to download. In my defense, I'm dumb, but you
I was
know,
just going to say, that's
I
why
pronounced most of the words tonight correctly.
Yeah,
that's
And
why
I haven't
Kit Ray
said
didn't
GTC
vote.
once, except for right now.
That's fair.
That's why Kit Ray didn't vote tonight or this weekend, is because he looked at the thing and he's like, those guys don't know what they're talking about. I'm out of here.
I never put the picture up on Instagram, though.
To be fair, they are very similar overall daggers. I don't think it would have changed the outcome much.
No. I noticed that, so I was just like, wait a minute.
Thank you for pointing that out, because honestly, I was just throwing up the image that they gave me. I didn't even bother reading it. It's just like, yeah, this is it. This is the thing.
Neither did Paul.
And I do also like the fact that we inherently think, or at least our viewership inherently thinks, that Les Stroud is a more violent person than Kit Ray is.
Kit
If you
Ray's
think
got,
about their personalities, I'm like, I don't know, man.
Kit Ray's
Well,
got
the
a
thing
manic.
is Les Stroud has more practical violence. He might not have the more violent mind, but he's got the ability to do the violence and use the violence and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas Kit Ray will just sit there and write epic ballads and storylines about it.
Does Kit Ray happen to look like Bigfoot by any chance?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Because Les Stroud is
No.
right up on Bigfoot. So if he looked like Bigfoot, it might be the reason why he won.
No,
Mhm.
maybe if he grew a really big beard. But no, he does not.
Indeed. On that note, I actually first went and looked at people that voted for Kit Ray. High on that list, Black Frost, 693.
Oh, look at that guy. Look at that guy all voting like he knows what he's talking about.
Low-key goth over here.
Little shade being thrown. Little shade.
Kiefer also voted in that direction. And who's your knife nut? But the people that got the answer right, the Wimpy Camper, Gear in Situ,
Got it right.
Zinx, me, I voted correctly. Once
Well,
upon a
look at
U.S.
you
end,
go.
Mr. Fisk.
You said people of note, right?
Touche.
Jesus Christ! I felt the heat from that burn from here. Jesus.
For the record, that's going to be my suicide note.
As long as we can score it afterwards.
Just don't spell check it.
Oh wow.
Ahsoka Edge, Stone Wookie, It's a Flyboy Thing, Mad One Outdoor, Zinx, Wyatt 1095, all also voted for Les, which is the correct answer because he's a badass and Canadian, and I want to go camping with that dude. But I'm not eating the same food he's eating. Fuck that noise.
Yeah, I'm bringing some meals.
I was going to say, I've got a meal in my pack. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Do the Antarctic thing. Just bring a stick of butter. Yeah, I'm here to stay, but man,
Zinx is saying in chat that Les would get crazy backed into a corner. He's studied animals. He's been out in the bush trying to hunt and survive, right? He knows what it takes. You get backed into a corner, you fight back.
But I mean, Kit Ray, he's been in alternate dimensions. He's been
In his mind.
He's seen things, man.
That's LSD.
In his mind.
And
okay.
DMT.
Look, while we're talking about like manic energy in a maker, every picture I see of Brian Ty, it's just like, Christ, I don't know. There's something off. something's just
Is he off or something?
Oh, Joe just randomly throwing shade at Brian Ty.
I love his designs, but man, it's like, I don't know. And you know what's weird? I've never seen like an interview with him or any kind of video, or I've just seen pictures. So I've got this really weird mental image of him. And I know it's just
Willy Wonka in the
We're going to have to talk about that later. I want to know all those things.
Do ya?
So, do you think that Les would strap the Medusa dagger to a stick and make a spear?
That's probably how he wins, is by a reach advantage. Kit
Well,
Ray
either
probably.
that-
that or
climb
make
a
like
tree.
Go ahead, Dennis.
I said, and then you climb a tree and you take the upper advantage.
Yeah, he just
Mhm.
drops it on him.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. Jump down, finish the job.
So yeah, I think he'll either make a spear or else like make a spring trap so it just slams up into Kit Ray's chest.
Yeah.
The trapping factor again.
Yeah.
Like every trap in the most recent Rambo movie.
Oh.
Like the deadfall traps.
I
and
see
stuff.
Les Stroud just putting 2 streaks underneath that.
I can see it. I can dig it. I also still see him with his guitar on his back, though. Is that okay?
No,
Yeah.
harmonica.
Got like
you gotta travel light in the woods. You gotta go with a lighter instrument. You're going harmonica this time, not guitar.
The Knife Whisperer is saying that we have one of the best in Kirby Lambert. He does make some fun designs.
Mm-hmm.
I know Meyerco for a while made a model called the Shockwave. I don't know if that's the actual name of that model, but that particular design, if I can get my hands on it he makes some nice stuff.
Indeed. And doesn't I'm pretty sure we've handled one of his customs before, right, Dennis?
Yeah. I've met Kirby. He's a nice guy. Yeah,
Have
met him a couple times. Yeah. He's because he's based at I think it's just outside of Regina. I'm not sure 100% where, but yeah, he's popped in a couple times and said hi. And yeah, he makes a pretty knife for sure.
That's pretty cool. The nerd flag is flying high in chat right now. Justin is saying Kit Ray's fighting in alternative dimensions doesn't really work. Throwing dice at Les would just piss him off.
Maybe it would, Maybe he's like, hey, I can use this for a friction fire and use it as a stopper and put the dice on the stick.
It's awful. Darren is saying, Les would be a smart man and just show the Medusa face to Kit and turn him to stone. Justin again, Les Stroud, guitar, harmonica. He is a bard, confirmed. Roll for performance. Nerds.
I'm not disagreeing.
Who wants to play D&D?
Not right
No.
now. Later.
No.
Shall we keep the show
We
rolling?
said we don't want to be on the lowest YouTube stream out there, right? Like it's
No, apparently if we want viewers, D&D is the way to go. I mean, statistically speaking.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen some crappy videos about D&D, so...
I watch a D&D stream once a week that has over 70,000 viewers at live.
yeah, but Joe just said that he saw a whole bunch of crazy, really bad D&D streams.
They're
So
bad
I
streams?
guarantee you they're the 2 viewer guys. That's
No.
the ones Joe was talking about
No,
last
no.
week.
I'm talking several hundred viewers at the very least. And, that's the low end. D&D's popular shit right now. It's hot stuff. Even if people are just there to mock people.
You're all going now.
Hop in, losers. We're gonna go play D&D.
What's that?
Hop in, losers. We're all gonna go play D&D.
Fuck yeah. That sounds like a great time.
We're not because we got some fights to finish. So we should get back to that.
This is true. Who's next?
For our next fight, we bring you Chef Kalari versus Chavez Knives, armed with rusty lemon zesters.
Dun, dun, dun.
So before I get to the percentages and scores and stuff like that, I got a message from Chef Kalari this morning that read, "This is epic. You guys have no idea. There is a standing joke with me and my chef buddies about me and a lemon zester." And
shit,
the best part about the whole thing was that I had actually written in melon baller, and I changed it last minute to lemon zester.
Nice.
Apparently, he went through a zesting phase. It's a time of his life he's not proud of.
Why? Because human flesh was involved?
No, just because you'll zest anything. Let's zest a pickle. See what happens.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's like orange zest on a pickle. Ugh.
No. You just shave off bits of pickle and put it on something else.
No. You shave the orange onto the pickle because that's far worse.
I'm going to do that on my prime rib tonight after I get done the fucking stream here.
Good stuff.
Indeed. Onto the percentages. Chavez Knives actually took this one 54%, 46%. Chef Kalari made a mistake. He did not retweet this or repost this into his stories.
Right.
So he
Sucker.
lost the popular vote 21-18. So
Still
it was pretty
pretty
dead.
close.
It
Yeah.
was very close. Yeah.
Huh.
This again might have been a popularity contest. I'm just saying. It's
A little bit.
Chavez.
I mean, ultimately, isn't this all just a popularity contest?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to get to an interesting person of note. And unfortunately, he's not going to be here to defend himself because he had to go to bed. But we're going to rag on him anyways.
As we do.
Okay.
So as far as people that voted, Chef Kalari obviously voted for himself. So did Kiefer, Ahsoka, Black Frost, me, Once Upon a USN. For Chavez, Stone Wookie. I think Darren's been pretty on point tonight as far as the vote.
His picks.
So what you're saying is if there was money on the line, he'd be a happy boy right about now.
Probably. We're gonna have people betting in chat here in a second. Mad One Outdoors, Zinx EDC. Funny enough, you probably can't see it, but Mr. Fisk voted for Chavez Knives. He ragged on Chavez more than once, pretty hard. and still
Well,
gave it to him. So
It's a brick, right? It's a brick. So if the lemon zester doesn't work, then you throw the brick at him.
I mean, that's a valid.
Well, I'm just saying. Fisk isn't here to defend himself, so I'm just quoting what he said.
So could it be that he just hates Chef Kalari more than he hates Chavez?
There is that. That could very well be it.
Why are you going to be stirring the pot, man?
Yep.
Like, seriously.
We're on YouTube. Come on, drama's like the thing here. That's the whole that's the gag.
Darren is saying in chat, did I not earlier talk about my burden of being awesome? You did.
It came
You
up.
did. It came up. Exactly.
You only gave my knife a B. We'll see about that.
I only gave your knife a B, I think. Didn't I?
Yeah, but I already have judged you.
Yeah.
I guess on that note, we can go on to is it the last fighting group of the night?
The last fight of the night, yeah.
For our final fight of the evening, we bring you Doug Marcada versus Hinderer, armed with bird's beak peeling knives.
Yeah, this one's a vicious bloodbath. There's no way it's a clean kill with something like this.
Lots of little cuts.
I'm really happy with the bird's beak peeler that I found. It's very tactical. It's just a regular like Damascus kitchen knife, really. But the angle on it, I can see already in my head some hockey tape on the handle. Maybe a glued on or like a wrapped in finger ring.
I've seen guys actually make Kydex sheaths for like Victorinox bird beak.
Mm-hmm.
It's the gentleman carry of paring knife EDC self-defense.
Haven't I told you about one of the guys on Blade forums who had he made a Kydex sheath for his ball peen hammer so that he could wear it Chicago style under his armpit? Because for me, that's the most tactical Kydex sheath rig I've heard of. This is the second. Oh yeah, but this is the second most tactical.
That has to be probable cause.
Well, yeah, like the main one that I've seen someone do, it actually had like a little bit of a wave hook on the sheath, so it rode in your pocket, and you could just grab the handle and wave the sheath off of your knife as you pulled it out of the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty tactical. I like it.
Yeah,
I've also seen that
I've seen
same
people
one.
tie them off to their belt loops, so as they come out, they just come off and just hang from the loop.
On the absolute opposite end of the spectrum from this, and I can't believe I forgot about this in my life until now, but back when I used to work at Co-op, there was a lady who kept a 6-inch serrated, looks like a steak knife, in her apron, wrapped in cardboard. And I know she carried it when she was off the job as well. And I had completely forgot that she even existed, and she was some 60-year-old lady at the time who worked there. So it's like lowest effort possible to make sure that it doesn't cut you inside your pocket. It was just a cardboard slip.
Zinx is saying in chat that I'm describing a prison gladiator scenario, and I don't know what that is, but it sounds awful.
Prison gladiator. That must be something unique to the States.
Throw them in the pit.
Ugh.
I instantly think of prison gladiator sort of thing. I think of Riddick when he's getting lowered into the prison and they're all waiting around to jump and swarm and that's prison gladiator scenario.
Yes, very much so. I'm just hoping that it's not a real thing in today's prisons in the United States.
Oh yeah.
One would hope. We don't get
On that note,
I was
You
going to say,
got the mess hall to worry about, right? So
as close as you would think this one would be because of, Hinder's self-defense background and everything else, 26%, or 76%, excuse me, Doug
Something like
Marqueta.
that.
Yeah, those numbers are close. They're only 50 apart. 76% Doug Marqueta, 24% Hinder.
Nice.
Indeed. Like Joe said, it would be a bloody affair. Nobody walks away from a knife fight without cuts.
Especially when your
Ultimately.
knife is like not even 2.5 inches long, or in the blade, right? Like that's.
Don't knife shame, Joe.
No. I'm just saying you got to get close to make that work. That's nasty stuff.
I bought 2 of them sight unseen, man. Come on. 2-inch blade. This is a lot.
Yep.
Zinks is saying that he was thinking the same thing, Nigel,
Mhm.
as far as like Riddick being lowered into the prison.
Yeah.
And Darren wants to see that movie, Prison Gladiator, starring Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart in a buddy prison movie.
I'd watch
Oh
it.
my.
I don't know if I'd enjoy it, but I'd give it a shot.
You had me until you started talking.
So he didn't have you.
A memoir.
Brutal.
On that note, yeah, Doug took this 32 votes to 10.
Yeah, that's a little one-sided for sure.
Yeah, it was a one-sided whooping.
We're going to come down to
Doug
some
was
pretty
swinging the
vicious
hammer.
battles for the finale.
Mhm.
Like,
It's true. Unsurprisingly, Darren again voted for Doug Marqueta, slightly upping his awesome scale, even with his score. Although he scored better than me, so I don't know what that says.
it says that he's
I
awesome.
know exactly what
He
that
claimed
says.
it to begin with. Like, it's.
He was very clear about this. Yeah.
It
Um,
wasn't a guessing game. Like,
I'm going to say that injuries are not cumulative in the bracket.
No, they all get magically
heal up.
healed and fresh for the next round.
Yeah, just a quick aside to Justin in chat.
Yeah.
Justin, also, Bird's Beak paring knives are the most underrated kitchen knife. Fight me. And then in brackets with words.
I appreciate the designation there. I honestly haven't really had much occasion to use one aside from literally just peeling potatoes, so I have no strong opinions on that one way or the other.
I recently had a meme up about getting tattooed and not being able to pay, and potatoes getting peeled. So, yeah. Apparently, make sure you pay your tattoo artist.
that wasn't a bird's beak peeler, though. That was just a normal peel.
But I think the same concept applies.
They're going to turn you like a potato.
But I think what Paul is saying is that bird's beak peelers are not as useful as a peeler, especially when it comes to tattoo removal.
There's going to probably need to be some more research into that.
Come here, Paul.
I have seen one animated slide for reference, and I believe it. I'm just saying.
I have heard of people sanding tattoos off over like repeated sessions, which I got to be honest with you, sounds awful.
Just go for the laser removal. Jesus.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing.
That was pre-laser removal.
I don't care. Wait till it's invented, then go get the laser removal.
Fair enough. I should mention also Mad One Outdoors, Black Frost, Zinks, me, and Wyatt. Once upon a USN, all voted for the right answer again, which is Doug.
Well, good for you guys.
So I can't help but notice that you continue to include yourself.
Because I'm the only one of the four of us that votes in these.
Yeah, there's a reason
have an
that I
opinion.
don't vote in that.
No. Why? We have opinions. We're allowed to express them.
No, this isn't something that I
Isn't it for money?
necessarily want to influence. No, for sure, but I want to see what other people think. I want to see what it comes to on their influence.
None of the votes that I've been a part of have come down to one vote. I will say that.
Fair.
And I'm sure you guys have voted in ones before. Maybe not in the fights, but other polls we've done.
Mhm.
More than likely.
Anyways. Mr. Fisk voted for Hinderer, as well as Joe Frazier, who happens to be the Knife Whisperer on Instagram. I'm actually not surprised that Mr. Fisk voted for Hinderer because he just got that new Hinderer knife and he's been really enjoying it. I don't know the name of it, to be honest with you, but it's a nice looking.
Isn't it a fire attack?
He's had that one for a little
It's
while.
exactly what that is. It's a fire attack.
I like it. It looks neat.
It is a good looking knife.
Yeah. Some Hinderer stuff I'm very interested in, and other stuff just really not so much. I don't know why I have such strong feelings for a maker whose designs I really only own like one variation of.
I couldn't tell you. It feels very much like we're working towards a showdown between Lynn Thompson and Doug Marcada.
Which
And I don't know if I'm jinxing it by saying it, but
to be fair, I would pay good money to see that fight in real life. So to have this theoretical fight, sure, I'll take that as a.
All right, but we got to think long and hard about the weapons. It can't be something willy-nilly here. We got to effort in. If that's where it gets to, we could have an upset. You never know. There's underdogs coming out left and right.
I'm thinking maybe.
like I said, Les Stroud is a dark horse in this one for sure.
I'm thinking maybe we need to have a poll for what weapons to use. We may need outside influence on that.
It'll have to be a question instead of a poll, but we can have them just answer, and most votes gets.
Anyhow, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but yeah,
Indeed.
just a thought.
So would this count as quarterfinals? Next week would be semifinals, and then the finals.
I think so.
I want to say yes, but you're the one with all of the.
Yeah, but I don't have sports. It's a sports question, not a bracket question.
Well, I don't know how many people are left.
Yeah, there were 4 fights this week, so it'll be 2 fights next week and 1 the next week after.
So you got the semifinals next week, and then the finals the week after that.
Darren's taking off for the night. Have a good night, brother.
Night, Darren.
Thanks for joining
us, Darren.
Indeed. Thanks for voting in the voting.
Participating. Yeah.
Participation.
I'll be quicker on what we're voting for next week and try to give you some pictures a little bit quicker and let you know. Same with Mr. Fisk, even though he doesn't participate and he's sleeping. He can make up a number. I'll fill in the blanks. It'll be fun.
You get to harass him in chat.
Oh, I'll do it.
Good stuff.
On that note, it's getting close to, or probably past break time. Do we want to head to break and then?
Yeah.
I might get into that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say I might get into that thing that I said I might talk about later in the evening.
For sure. Sounds good. So hang on to that cliff while we go for a break and come back soon to find out the story of whatever Paul's teasing about here. We will see you shortly.
I forget.
We don't need